What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Schmeck88 channel. Today's video is an absolutely insane one. I never thought I would be seeing this and then saying this, that Halo is in Fortnite. Master Chief has arrived in the item shop, if it ever wants to show it to me. He has arrived in the item shop with a few other Halo items. If you wanted to use code Schmeck to pick up this phenomenal set, I would greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, let's start talking about the skin. So first things first is Halo is a huge nostalgia for me because this was actually the first shooter game I ever played. Was, I believe, Halo 1 and 2. I haven't played it in years, so I apologize that I've fallen out of familiarity with Halo almost completely, but I still have a lot of love for Halo, being the first shooter I ever played and really getting me into gaming in the first place. So without further ado, this is obviously Master Chief. If I was 10, I could probably tell you who he is. Now that I'm 23, I honestly don't know. I apologize. I'm just not very familiar with Halo anymore. But without further ado, let's get right into the Backblings and start us off. So first up, we've got the Arroyo pack with this jungle camo edit style. I think this is actually really nice. It really goes with his green, and it's got the black on there to go with his black, accents his joints there. So I think this is going to be a really good one for you. This is probably one of my top 3 or 5, something like that. Assassin pack is up next, just to go with his black. He's got a lot of black on him. You can kind of put, any all black back bling on him that you want to, and it's going to look pretty good. Same thing with the Frozen Shroud if you're into capes. I'm not personally huge into capes, but if I was, I would suggest that this one really looks good. Next up is Scaly. The green's a little bit off, but I still think it gives a pretty good amount of, contrast and more personality to the character. I mean, he's obviously not a dinosaur, but it's just funny. Give it a shot, see what you think. Next up, we've got the Wolf pack. This gold is going to match his visor pretty well, and obviously a lot of faded black on there. It's not a super saturated pitch black. Next up, we've got the Supreme shell. Got both the colors we're looking for here. I apologize. We've got the dark green metallic, and then we've got a gold metallic. I think this one looks really good with him. If Aquaman and Halo were to ever cross over or something, I don't know. Just looks good. Try it out. Next up, we've got the Council of Frogs here. It's like a brownish kind of green. I think it gives a good amount of contrast, but it still goes with him really well. And look at how funny that is when they jiggle around when you move. That's just hilarious. I love this back bling. Sword of the Daywalker, another Marvel Halo collab made by myself. But anyway, I think this just looks really clean with him. It's a really clean, nice, sharp-looking small back bling to go with anything. Pretty much anything, I should say. Mystique's skull, really good match for that gold on his visor, even though you might not be able to see them both at the same time. I'm not sure. We'll see that when I get into playing some games with this skin, so we'll see. Give it a shot, though. Doom Chalice, it's a nice contrast on that green. It's a different, it's a little bit brighter. Different green, but the gold metallic really matches his visor really well. I suggest you guys give that one a shot. Next up, we've got Deadpool's katanas. It's that same kind of faded black you see in his joints there. I think that one looks really good with him. The Battle Legend is what he comes with. I'm not sure what symbol it is, honestly. Again, I probably could have told you that when I was 10, but I just have fallen out of familiarity with the game. So I apologize for that, but it is a really nice little holographic back bling. I'm kind of getting into these holographic ones a lot. Rainbow Clover, a little bit brighter green, gives you some nice contrast here on this skin. I really think that one looks good. Moving on, we've got the reinforced backplate. It looks something like a shield you might have in Halo. I don't know, get creative with your imagination, but I think it looks pretty good on him. Next up, we've got the True North. It's got accents of a perfectly matching green in there, as well as, can't tell if that's dark blue or green on the majority of it, but I think it gives you some really nice contrast while still having the accents to match it perfectly. I think that one looks really good. Rift Rock, I think it's a really nice, little clean back bling. Color is obviously not perfect, but the black does go pretty well with his black, and give it a shot, see what you think. Next up, we've got the standard issue. This is a pretty good matching green, and the black is also pretty good matching to his accents. And last but not least, we have almost a perfect color match with this Slash back bling. I don't know if he was going to school with a backpack with tears in it, but Again, get creative, use your imagination, and I hope you guys have as much fun with this skin as I intend on having. I'm so excited for this. Man, never thought I'd see the day. This is the harvesting tool he comes with. I'm honestly not sure what a gravity hammer is. Again, I could have told you that when I was 10, but I just don't know now. Hulk Smasher is going to be a pretty good match for that green, and it's just funny. These pickaxes are hilarious. We've got Ray's quarterstaff. This pickaxe just pretty much goes with everything, honestly. Looks really good with Master Chief, in my opinion. Moving on, we've got the Riot Control Baton. That's weird. Not a great color match, but I think it kind of matches the vibe. I don't remember what the energy sword looked like back in Halo, but, you know, get creative again. Use your imagination. Flawless. I tried to get a bunch of gold in these pickaxes, and I think the Flawless is the staple for gold pickaxes. Moving on, we've got the Merry Mint Axe, since obviously it is the holiday season. Not a perfect match on the green, but I think it gives you some nice contrast and opens up your color palette for your combo a little bit. Moving on, we've got the Fresh Cut. Pretty good match on the green. And then that faded kind of black. Moving right along, we have the Tenderizer. This is going to be a really good match for that green with the little taped area on the pickaxe. Got the Golden King, moving into some more golds. This is probably one more of you are going to have since it's a more recent one than the Flawless. Still looks really good. These really shiny metallic golds are going to match really well. We've got the Gold Digger. Really good match for his visor. Crowbar. I don't know why I thought it made sense exactly, but I kind of feel like it makes sense. Give it a shot. I really like this pickaxe a lot. And then the Phantasmic Pulse. These are the colors I put. This green and then this mustard. I think it gives you a good amount of contrast and more colors in your palette here for the skin. And, you know, if you want to use your imagination and say it kind of looks like an energy sword, I wouldn't fault you for doing so. Because that's what I was thinking when I put that in my list. Moving on to gliders. First up, we've got the UNSC Pelican. Again, I apologize, but I don't know what that is. But this is what he comes with and what he is intended to go with. And man, this thing is sick. I just hope it doesn't take up my whole screen. This one I know for a fact isn't going to take up your whole screen. It's a pretty small one. It's just a little bit loud. And that's the Choppa. Moving on, we've got the Custom Flyer in the Jungle Camo color. You could use the pickaxe that comes with this set in the Jungle Camo set as well. And Jungle Camo edit style as well, but with the emote it won't show me the edit style, so I just left it out. Anyway, we've got the Flutterbug next. Kind of creepy, kind of gross, but, you know, give it a shot. Next up, we've got the Shadow Stalker. It just gave me a feeling that it kind of matches the vibe. Next up, we've got the Field Flyer. The green is going to be a pretty good match with that camo. We've got the Globetrotter. The Meltdown. It's a brighter green than what is on the skin, at least by a little bit, but I think a little bit of color contrast isn't anything to fault. I think this one will look really good with him. Moving on, we've got the Raptor and the Warthog. Pretty much same kind of thing, just a different style of camouflage here. But both of these green gliders are going to match him really well. You knew one shot was coming. It's probably what I'm going to use with him if the glider he comes with is too big, honestly. So give one shot a shot, no pun intended. And then last but not least, we have the Palm Leaf. I think this is going to be a pretty good match for the green he has on him. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video there. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Use code Schmeck in the Fortnite item shop if you're picking up Master Chief, his bundle, or any of the other awesome Christmas skins that are sure to be coming to the item shop soon. Follow me on Instagram and Twitch at Schmeck88, and I'm very excited to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.